comfortable at my house, so he got to wear hand-me-down clothes that Jordan could no longer fit into or I no longer wanted him to have. And if you had a problem with that, you could feel free to come and get him. I'd have his shit packed by the door, ready for your arrival. Time certainly did fly, though. With Jaleel and Jaden being the oldest at 8 years old, I had some help with my 4-year-old twins and Monica's 4-year-old. But there was only so much they could do. I refused to bog them down and burden them with the responsibility of taking care of a child at their age, when all they wanted to do was have fun and be kids themselves. Janice and Jordan didn't know that Junior had a different mom, and it was really hard to tell considering they all looked like James. I mean, Junior had a little bit of Monica in his features, but those were definitely James's kids. Whereas the other kids looked like a combination of me and James, it was clear that Junior had a different mother. There was no denying it. So I just left that bit of information on a need-to-know basis. Even with Jaleel and Jaden, Junior came along when they were pretty young, so it just sort of worked out. I wanted all of this Monica business to stop, and I hated that every time I walked into my house, I could still smell her scent. When I walked into my kitchen, I could almost see her perched on top of the table, while James and Sheila joined her in a twisted orgy that almost got their asses killed. When I went into my bedroom, my clit pulsated as I thought about the things she did to me on my bed. I could feel her hands touching me in places that James knew nothing about, and when I closed my eyes real tight, I could almost feel her warm tongue kissing my nipples and trailing kisses down my stomach. Hell, on a good day in my imagination, I would have her and all the twins all at the same time. A pure mess, I tell you. I had to get out of that house or I would have gone crazy, and so I did. We packed up and moved, and I threatened James not to tell Monica a damn thing. I promised him I would set up a post office box so that her mail would be directed there, but I never did. We didn't need shit from her. The only reason she would need to know where I lived was to come and get her damn son. You can judge me all you want, but until you've walked in my shoes and lived my life for me, there is nothing to discuss. I don't care how you feel about it. Point blank, period. I had been dialing James's cell for the past hour, and it went from ringing to going straight to voicemail. That just pissed me off even more because that meant he was definitely ignoring my calls. The same damn way he had been ignoring his responsibilities for the last 2 years. But I had something for his ass, though. Payback is a mother, and when it all came down to it, I would be cracking the hell up in the end. That's exactly why when he got paid, I made sure to only leave him enough money in his account to get gas and maybe buy lunch if I felt like being nice that week. Occasionally, I would let him go down on me, but as soon as I was pleased and able to release, he just ended up beating off in the bathroom to relieve himself. I did that shit to him every time, and his simple ass constantly fell for it. It would be a cold day in hell before he would warm his dick with my walls again. And the sooner he realized it, the better off we would be. That's not to say I didn't get it from elsewhere. Best believe I had a lineup if ever I needed a tune-up. I didn't have time to be fooling around with a maybe from James when I could get a definite from any given person on my contact list, male and female included. My time was precious, and I didn't have a lot of it to be wasting on nonsense. Most of the time, I would get a quickie in my office from the secretary on the second floor in my office building before I left for the day. Or I would meet up with any given person at this little hotel I found over in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, when I finally wanted to dip off and enjoy myself a little before it was time to pick up the kids. James never knew about it, and I just kept all that on the inside, hoping all my secrets wouldn't just bust out one day. You can't keep everything in the dark for too long. It's just designed to come out in the light eventually. That's just the way of the world. I had this little issue with those twins from Bally Total Fitness that I couldn't shake as well. They wanted a paternity test to see which one of them was the dad, but I wanted to leave well enough alone. I didn't bother either of them for child support, so what was the big deal? It was a one-night stand, for heaven's sake. There was no need to go any further. Anything that happened after that was on me, and those were James's kids, all 5 of them. I didn't want nor did I need to prove anything otherwise. I thought I had gotten away with it until Monica wrote that letter, and even though James didn't deny Janice or Jordan, he had to think in the back of his mind that there's a possibility that they may have belonged to another man. We weren't exactly the best of friends or on speaking terms around the time of conception.